Hello there. Welcome back to Prominence. We are back after a bit of a gap since the last episode, and I defeated the Ender Dragon. Woo! Yes, I did, and it was quite a battle. I thoroughly enjoyed it, however, but I'm back in the overworld, and it's been 2 weeks. I've been taking a bit of holiday, a bit of time away from YouTube, and been having some fun with my family. I've got two young girls who are, let's just say now, massive camping fans. They weren't before. They'd never been camping before, but they have now. So it's getting towards the end of the summer holidays, so I am back on YouTube. I've not been neglecting this world completely, however. I have been doing some things. This is the storage island, and this is where I'm starting to sort of bring all of my items together in one massive storage vault. And I need a trains network to do that, and I've been moving everything here ever so slowly. And as you can see, there is now I've got to be very careful here, a giant hole in the ground. And really all I'm going to do is just, these are the maximum size vaults you can build, 3x3 vaults. And I think there's 3 of them wide, so right next to each other there. And this is my unloading train, which is unloading lots of interesting stuff, which I will tell you about shortly. The driver has gone missing. Okay, I seem to have lost the driver for that train, because it does seem to have it must have emptied itself out, which is good. I'll need to get a new driver then, I guess. So basically all I'm going to be doing is just building these vaults as far down as possible. This train here will go to all my various farms that I plan to build, get stuff from those farms, and then store them here. And then what we do with them here, I've yet to work out, but we've got plenty of technology mods to play with. Just a little bit of a summary here at the moment. We've still got a bit of room in these, because actually if I free cam this, we are still filling up the bottom vaults from the top vaults. So we may not need to go that all the way down the bottom, but we have the option if we need it. It's all jumbled together. It's all sorts of random things, as you can see there at the top of the screen. It's a bit of a mishmash of things. I would love to be able to sort all these out, but I don't want to have to build a sort of vanilla Minecraft hopper sorting craziness. I would like to use some of the mods to actually do that for me, and I'll work something out, I'm sure. And yes, I don't have a driver. I did actually have a creeper explosion just before hitting the record button, and that may have done away with my driver. So I need to go and find... Oh yeah, I still have my Swift sneakers on, by the way. There you go. Which means running is fast. So let's go find a driver. There must be an animal here I can grab with a lead, and then we'll head back to the farm that I've just built. Come on. Gotcha. Right. You fancy driving a train? Okay, so we have a driver again, although he's lost his hat. It appears to not be able to render hats on rabbits for some reason. It's just as well, they do have very little heads. But look, I have signals. I have train signals that my trains were crashing every time I went to pick some deliveries up from various places. My trains were crashing into each other, but now I have signals. Okay, the signals don't seem to actually be very obvious in this shader pack. I've been playing most of this, or building most of this line, in just vanilla non-shader graphics. Sometimes it's nice just to sit on a train and relax. We've arrived at the station. We have basically a giant bamboo farm. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Which I need to get down below, because I've actually built it right next to a pillager outpost, which has made construction of not just the station, the railway line, and the farm a little bit more challenging. But yeah, I mean, I thought if I'm going to build a bamboo farm, let's do it here. You know, it's quite at home here. What I've done is I've used Tango Tech's sugarcane farm. Here we go. You can see it going all the way up there. It produces absolutely tons, to use a Lovejoy expression, a butt ton of stuff. So in this mod pack, we get not just bamboo, but also bamboo leaves, I think. These things there, those round things. I'm guessing it's the things on the top. And you may be asking, why? Why are you doing this on this scale? Well, we're still in 119, and I am anticipating upgrading to 120 pretty soon, because as of the time of recording, Create Fabric for 120 has now been released. So I want to build up my supplies of bamboo, because this is such an easy way of getting wood. Plus bamboo wood is pretty cool. I love the textures, and so I'm looking forward to that. So when I do get the chance to upgrade to 120, Create being the only reason why I haven't done so far, then we should be good to go for plenty of bamboo building. I mean, this is all bamboo. I could adapt this to sugarcane. That's what the original Tango Tech design was for. But as you can see, it's just constant supply of this stuff. For those who want to do the same in their own worlds, just a little tip. The observers in this design, they're pretty crucial. It's incredibly loud. I apologise about that. I'll see if I can record, see if I can edit the volumes when I'm editing. But these observers at the back will basically set off the pistons for the whole row. And I've learned that observers don't detect block state changes for bamboo, but they do with sugarcane. So all of the blocks in front of the observers, my tip would be just leave them as sugarcane from Tango's original design, and then just put everything else as bamboo. So just the blocks in front of the observers, and then it works nice. Otherwise, bamboo changes and growth does not trigger the observers, which then should kick the pistons in. But yeah, as you can see, it's working pretty well. This is have I explained this before? Oh no, I don't want to do that. I'm not sure if I've explained this mod before, but this is a quartz elevator. Quite simply, you shift, crouch, or jump to go up or down. So it's just an easy way of going up and down without having to build a huge staircase, and also making your area a little bit more secure. You can see why I want to make my area a little more secure. What just happened there? Bit confused. A creeper explosion. No damage, but I just went blind. How odd. I'm just going to sleep, and then we will go on the next stage of our journey. Good morning, everyone. We are well rested, and did I show you this? Yes, this is basically just some information. I just love these what are they called, display boards, and the various different ways you can get them to display different things. So I've got just some train information here. So these are the two sort of passenger trains, if you like. It won't show the cargo train up here, which is called Stuff on Wheels, simply because there's no active schedule at the moment, because I've disabled it and given it manual control. I need to change this train because only one of the loaders is actually working. Check this bamboo trapdoor out. Subtle differences, but you can't. It blends in quite nicely actually, so it's handy for hiding things like this. Okay, now I've added an extra. What are they called? Portable interface, portable storage interface, or kissy machines. I've added an extra one there. So all I need to do now is, yeah, so there should be loading. Why is, oh yes, of course, I have a little switch here which should hopefully start sending some stuff. There we go. More stuff is coming. So yes, the storage device was turned off. I guess the funnel coming out of that was turned off. So now I just sit here and let the train load up again, and I'll keep on doing that really until, mind you saying that, the farm will constantly, I mean look, there's 50,000 bamboo in here, so I think I'll do one more cargo load for this train, drop it off at the storage area, and then what should we do? I know what we're going to do. It's a bit miserable here. It's not a particularly nice day, so let's go somewhere a bit different. Different, but also somewhere that I know I'm quite looking forward to visiting. Let's go back to the end. We've defeated the dragon. Now let's go explore a little bit and have a look at what the better end looks like. To get to the stronghold, we are catching a lift on a newly extended train. So Cat here is expertly driving this train without any damage to the driver, and those who saw my previous videos in constructing some of the tunnels around here will know mistakes were made. Yeah, mistakes were made. They were not great. It was a sad time. However, look at this wonderful railway that we have now. We could do with some nicer trains, particularly those that maybe have a roof on them. That would be maybe the next step for us. But we have a line now that can actually take us all the way to the stronghold. It took me a long time to build this, which actually reminds me, before we go to the stronghold, on the way, if I stop off here, you are gonna stop, right? Okay, let's just take that schedule so you don't leave me alone. I have platform numbers. Yeah, look at that. That's basically an image that I can now, it's a mod that I've got that allows me to actually add images as in-game paintings, which is pretty cool. So over there as well, platform 2. We have, more signage, which I've done here. But this is the cool thing that I wanted to show you. We have, this is just a very fancy power plant, windmill. The design that I found, I can't take credit for this, I found this on the Create Schematics website, and I just needed some basic power for this thing here. We have a blaze spawner, the blaze spawner that I managed to get from the Nether a few episodes back, and it is not spawning very much, is it? I wonder what's going on there. Oh, I can also see, look at my hearts. There is this... Oh, there we go. There is this thing in this game where you can actually start to die of cold. So I probably should go inside. But yeah, conveyor belts. It's really easy with blazes. Conveyor belts that you can't really see in there. It's very dark. They will funnel the blazes down into this hole. And then down here we have some more power, which is incredibly slow. The blazes will fall down here, and then we have some quite highly enchanted swords that... Where are you? Come on. That will make light work of those blazes. We have a fan that pushes them towards it, and then... Ow, ow, ow. There we go, and we... Clearly they can see me through the glass, or maybe they're attacking the deployers actually. Anyway, it's slow business. It's not the fastest because basically we don't have the power. But yeah, it is actually harvesting experience because I have Enchantment Industry, Create Enchantment Industry, which is an awesome mod. But yeah, we're getting blaze rods, so we should have plenty of power and enchantment potion potential there. Incredibly useful items. So I've set that up as well. So that's the second farm that we've got. I haven't set any sort of train cargo loading up here yet because quite simply the volumes of stuff is not going to be anywhere near as much as it is with bamboo. We'll hop back on the train now and continue to our destination. Onwards, please, driver. I do love the look of that windmill. I'm not sure if windmills would actually go in that direction, the opposite direction. If you're a windmill expert, do let me know. Can we go now, please? Thank you. Okay, I've just arrived at the closest village to the stronghold, and the raid siren has just turned up. This is my track digger, by the way. This thing has been awesome in clearing routes for the very long railway. Right, I probably need to get some sleep. It's a new day, and it is much safer here. I just realised I could have actually used a waystone to get here. Never mind. But either way, we are over near the portal. This tower here is the obvious landmark to follow. I've never approached this stronghold from this cave, but as you can see, it is down there. And there also appears to be a giant spooky graveyard type dungeon or something like that, which will be the subject of a future exploration. But for now, we're just going to focus on going back to the end. I've even got a waystone there, haven't I? I am forgetting things that I set up, but we do have this handy quartz elevator, and I'm still got that whoopee cushion equipped. It doesn't seem to actually kick off very often, to be honest. Here we go. I look proper freaky, don't I, with a carved pumpkin, a whoopee cushion on my head, and create goggles. But I have the carved pumpkin this time. I forgot that last time. Tally ho, on we go. They should, the Enderman, leave me alone now. Yes, they do. Excellent. Right. I've also taken a liberty, as you can see, building a bit more of a safe environment here. We have a path that takes us all the way back to here. This is a magnum torch, which is supposed to stop spawning of hostile mobs. I guess Endermen aren't actually hostile, are they? They're neutral. So this actually makes no difference to this area. Right, and the next step is to find the end gateway. I always forget what they're called, which is over here. So if I just speed through here. Oh yeah, these are these things that I was trying to show you in the last episode. These mysterious flying fish things. Pretty cool. I don't know whether they're hostile or not. I've never been attacked by one, so hopefully not. So we have our first end gateway. So please wish me luck. I have no idea what to expect. Have not gone beyond this point. I'm very excited. Hopefully you are too. Here we go. These aren't end cities. These are just biomes. The biome is the end, as you can see in the mini-map. However, this may be a different biome. Let's have a look. These trees are awesome. It's still saying the end there, but Nightshade Redwoods. Oh, yes, it does say it on the map. Chorus plants have had an upgrade as well. Well, I have to say, I mean, so far, I'm very impressed. Mojang, take note. You really do need to up the end a little bit in terms of interest. You did the same with the Nether. That needed it. But if anything, the end is even worse than the Nether used to be in terms of just really not that much to do. It's basically about shulker shells, elytra, and the Ender Dragon. That's it. There really is nothing else you can do. So please, Mojang, get us a better end like this is. You shouldn't have to modify the end to make it this interesting. There's so many blocks I could get here, but I don't want to fill my inventory up. My main objective really is to find an end city and get myself an elytra and some shulkers as well. I think the elytra would be the best thing I could get. But I'm under no illusions that it'll be easy. crystal mountains. Some sort of big star thing there. I guess I'm going to have to start bridging across. It's very odd, isn't it? Look at that line. An interesting generation there, but no sign of an end city. I think I'm going to head this way. Just bridge across these things here. See how we get on. Oh, this is so cool. Look at this. This is some sort of... They look like those lanterns that you see in Asia that fly around with the candles in them. They don't appear to be mobs. They're just floating flowers. It's very odd. And these kind of nether-like forests here as well. But still no sign of an ender city. So I'm just going to head in that direction. And yeah, hopefully we won't spend too long wandering around here, although it is very pretty indeed. Lantern Woods. What? Can you see that? It's a bollocks mushroom. Oh dear, that is. I've got to have one of those. I have got to have one of those. What did I just do? Anyway, what else got over here? All sorts of iridium, rutiscus. I'm definitely getting Crimson Forest vibes here, but with a lot more lighting. Ruscus. So much new stuff here. These look like tentacles. Oh, yes, I've been reading up about these things. These things here, they are whales. They are flying whales, and yeah, so they are quite fish-like. I was right, although mammals, I guess technically. Yes, they are whales, so they don't think they are aggressive. So I'm wondering if you can hitch a lift on them. That could be quite useful, but they're not exactly something you can just hail like a taxi. Anyway, onwards. By the way, also, yes, while we've got a moment's peace, I can just say, oh god, that's horrendous. Let me just be able to see you. That's better. Yeah, let me just say that those whales that I pointed out earlier are not rideable. They don't appear to be solid entities. I actually jumped on one that got stuck and yeah, fell a little bit. I survived, thankfully. A bit of luck, but yeah, don't try that at home. They aren't very rideable. It would be cool if you could, however, but you can't. Oh, jellyfish. Oops. I'm fine. I'm safe. A cubozoa and an end fish. Oh, I need to get myself one of these end fish, and they'd look great in a tropical fish tank. Yeah, I'll do that. I love building aquariums in Minecraft. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Really enjoying this indeed. Thankfully it's not as dangerous as the nether so far. Only those warthog things, which when they're in numbers are pretty dangerous. As things, when they're on their own, they're not that bad at all. I'm still struggling to find an end city. They're very hard to spot, of course, normally, but when you've got all these high trees, they're even harder to find. So I will keep persisting, and I'm going to keep heading in this direction. Right, I've done something. I've achieved something. What have I achieved? Discover a portal lost for eternity. Eternal runed flavolite. So this is... How do I... What does it do? Yeah, this just goes on and on, just like the normal end, the standard end, the non-better end. It goes on and on and on. Oh, what's that? There are shulkers. Whew, right, so I took the direct route and just pillared up, and I may have floated around for a little bit. There was a few shulkers attached to the side of this building that got me. But there is this ender chest, which is actually quite useful because I can clear out some inventory. I appear to have lost my ender chest that I brought with me. I'm not sure what's happened there. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's clear some room out. And not one of those shulkers drops a shulker shell. So it does make me wonder if the whole shulker box concept is a little different. We've got various bits and bobs here. I'll take them all. No idea what they're used for, but you never know. So I found this, what can only be described as a shipwreck here, and there were no elytras in there. The chests were empty, but I did get the dragon head. Oh, which seems to... What? Oh, hold on. Let me take my pumpkin off. I seem to have some weird... What is the dragon head doing? Sunglasses. Does it prevent me from getting attacked by Enderman? There's only one way to find out. No. Run away! This is a particularly dark biome that I've found. The dark amaranth forest that I actually need to hold my torch. Otherwise, it looks like this and you really can't see much. Ah, this looks more like it. Can't see a ship, but it will do. Shulkers are on the lookout. There we go. Okay, so that little tower that I found was not an end city. We have found an end city, and they're exactly the same as in the normal end, which is a bit of a shame. But the scenery, the journey has been much more fun. I really don't see the need to show you much of this because you've probably seen, I mean, if you've not seen end cities before, then watch. But I imagine most of you probably have. Certainly on my channel, I've been to a few of them. Bleh, bleh. Finally have shulker shells, so that's encouraging. Oh, at least these end cities have roofs on them. That saves me floating off into the distance. Slingshots. Stasis allows slingshots projectiles to ignore gravity. Does that mean an arrow could go on forever? On my way back, I find another one. And if I can angle the camera... No, I can't. I will just show you instead. And it has a ship. It's a very small end city, but that's fine. I don't mind that at all. And I actually passed quite close to it on my way here, so I don't know how I missed it. There must have been trees in the way or something. I don't remember these ships having obsidian in them. There is my elytra. Ah, come to me, come to Grain. Ah. Who needs trains when you've got an elytra? Oh, what's this? A helium flamingo. Allows the wearer to swim in the air for a limited period of time. Press left control on the air to start swimming. Interesting. And so from this lofty perch, I have had a pretty successful trip to the end. I have shulker boxes, I have wings, and I'm absolutely delighted with that haul, and all sorts of other goodies as well that I'll need to look into. This end is very beautiful, just as I'd expect. The only thing that's a little bit of a disappointment for me is that these end cities aren't actually better in any way. The structures appear to be just the vanilla Mojang default end cities. I can't complain too much. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. This has breathed new life into adventuring in the end. There's so many trees and blocks and you name it. All sorts of things that I probably need to read up about, perhaps before recording in future, or certainly before coming back here, because I'm going to need to get myself some more shulker shells. Maybe even get myself a shulker farm build again, because that was fun in the last series that I did with Lovejoy. But anyway, that's enough from me. Thank you everyone for watching. Apologies again for the delay between the last episode and this one. Hoping to crank out some more episodes fairly soon. If you have any ideas about what you want me to do next, any mods, again, that I keep saying, any mods that you want me to try out that I haven't done so far, then just drop a comment down below. And if you enjoy this and you are not subscribed, then please consider subscribing, because every single new subscriber really gives me a spring in my step. And I also appreciate the likes, engagement, comments, likes, that sort of thing, if you are already a subscriber. And I have just noticed something in the background. What is that? Ooh. Anyway, okay, I'm getting distracted. Maybe I'll start the next episode having a look over there. Could be fun. Take care, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.